Welcome back to Video Game News. First up, we'll be looking at some Metacritic scores, a few articles, as well as my opinion on the DC fandom trailers, and then a big Halloween themed sale, which goes on through Halloween, of course. So you still have a week to take advantage of this sale going on. So, with that said, let's begin. Enjoy the music in the background from Resident Evil 2 Police Station theme. So, with that said, first up on some stuff, we have the new game in the chapter, story, I guess you could say, series called The Dark Pictures. Pretty much so far, all the games have not been received that well, especially among critics, but this one is called The Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes. Now, the PS5 version of the game got a 74% critic score and an 8 out of 10 audience score, which is not bad at all. Then we have the PS4 version with a 75% critic and an 8.1 user. PC version got a 69% critic, 8.2 user. Xbox One version, no info, Series X, got a 68% critic and a 7 out of 10 user. Next we have Crysis Remastered Trilogy. PS4 version has a 74% critic, 6.2 user. Xbox One has an 81% critic, 5.4 user. Not good. So it seems to be polar opposite sides between critics and audiences. But with that said, also, we have PC has an 80% critic, 6.9 user. Switch version has no critic, has a 6.6 user. Then you have a couple of indie games. First up, Echo Generation, which has Series X version, has a 75% critic, no audience yet. PC has a 76% critic and no audience. Xbox One, no info of any kind. Then we have a indie game called Into the Pit. Xbox One version has a 74% critic, no audience. 68% critic for PC, no audience. Then we go to another indie game called Hell Let Loose. Series X version has a 84% critic, no audience. Xbox One, no info yet. PC has a 79% critic score and a 6.8 user score. PS5 version has a 73% critic, 6 out of 10 audience. Then we come to some info. It was recently announced that there's a Resident Evil DLC for Fortnite for some reason. Don't know why, but whatever. Also, we have Activision Blizzard decides to rename one of its characters in Overwatch for some reason. Also, Among Us comes to PlayStation and Xbox this December. Also, new update info or patch, a big update coming for Xbox Series X consoles. The update patch will include 4K dashboard, night mode, and quick setting menu. Then you also have Advance Wars, which is basically a remake of some GBA classics. The remake has been delayed till 2022. Also, Stardew Valley creators are working on a new game that is apparently going to be about chocolate, apparently making chocolate with ghosts for some reason, which I'm thinking, okay, that's interesting. Also, we have the Uncharted film first teaser trailer got dropped. Looks interesting. Not sure how I feel overall yet. Need to see a full regular theatrical trailer, not just a teaser. Also, Metroid Dread has a patch update to fix some bug issues there have been apparently with the game. Also, God of War is apparently coming to PC now. So for PC users, look forward to this because this is a superb, great game. Arguably one of my favorite games of all time. So, PC gamers, if you haven't played it on PS4, here's a game you can look forward to now getting to play, because the storytelling is superb, the gameplay is top-notch, nothing negative I can really think of. Also, Resident Evil 4 VR is out, though you have to, of course, have a Oculus in order to play it, which will not include me, unless they also port this to PS4 VR, I probably won't be playing it. Also, there is a bunch of rumors and stuff going out right now, supposedly that Microsoft is looking about trying to work on a new installment in the Killer Instinct series. Remains to be seen, because don't have any info on what kind of studio would do it. Personally, I would love it if they would bring back in, like, individuals from, like, Iron Galaxy and others to work on it, and maybe pull in some people from Rare. But Rare's probably too busy working with Sea of Thieves. So with that said, also quickly mention my opinions on DC fandom trailers. Overall, all the different shows combined for the CW trailers, I'm going to be honest, all the CW shows combined, I give it overall rating of a C-, with all the different show trailers combined into one. Also, the Batman trailer, I'll give it maybe a flat B to a B-. I think some people are overreacting with the trailer. I mean, the cinematography looks superb and beautiful, but I definitely have some issues from some of the stuff I'm seeing. I'm not feeling any sort of intimidation or anything of any kind from the actor playing, of course, Batman, but maybe that's more because all I see when I see him is, all I see in my head is Edward, that garbage vampire. But I can't help what I see and don't see. So I can't take the new Batman seriously. Ben Affleck, I actually can take seriously, but not this. So yeah, I give it like a B- overall for the trailer. The Flash trailer, even though it only really showed a few scenes here and there, still, it did catch my interest and intrigued me. Overall, I have to give the Flash trailer, or little teaser thing, I'll give it an A-. I do think it's positive. There's a few prompts, but still, I actually think it's really good as just a teaser to catch my intrigue and interest. Also, we have the teaser to Black Adam, which Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson does a superb job when talking, and to really get your interest involved. And I'll admit my bias, because I grew up in the WWF Attitude Era and will always remember The Rock as people's champion, so count me biased. But overall, I give, even as just a teaser, I have to give Black Adam an A+. Also, another one, funny enough, involving a wrestler, is for the HBO Max series that's coming. Of course, starring John Cena as Peacemaker, of course, in the more recent James Gunn done Suicide Squad, which I do recommend checking out if you get a chance. Great film. But personally, I give the trailer for the Peacemaker series an A+. I think actually John Cena did a really good job in the role of Peacemaker personally. I actually think it suits him pretty well, personally. Then we go on to a few other things. First up, before the two game trailers, in my opinion, the most recent trailer they sort of gave of the Injustice animated film. I'll be honest, I think as a trailer and stuff, it was not very well put together or anything. I don't think it was well executed. I mean, I'm still interested just because I'm a big fan of the game and the comic of Injustice, but I have to give the Injustice trailer maybe like a flat C. Just really didn't catch my interest. It's at least I already had an interest in just because it's what it's based on. And with that said, the two DC video game trailers, I have to give first up Suicide Squad Kills Justice League. I give it just a normal A. Still very positive. I definitely think the humor is superb, and it almost feels like James Gunn was maybe involved with even the gameplay trailer. I will admit, definitely from the trailer and everything, I think my most favorite character, just from the looks right now, will probably end up being maybe King Shark. With that said, last trailer gets a double A+, or an A++. Loved it. I think the pacing was superb. The direction with the storytelling in the trailer was great. Of course, the voice acting work was great. Everything looks good, and the fact that the game revolves around, in my opinion, one of the most criminally underrated things out of the DC universe, and that being specifically the Court of Owls. In my opinion, is criminally underrated. I'm glad it at least got acknowledged and had almost an entire season of Gotham based around Court of Owls, which I loved. I also loved how Court of Owls was implemented in also the Nightwing comic series. So needless to say, yeah, I really loved the trailer, the most recent one that came out for Gotham Knights. Really looking forward, and I'm just really looking forward to the Court of Owls. But with that said, big PSN sale going on now. Halloween, we have, first up, some sales, obviously, predominantly going to be horror-themed or suspense, things like that. But with that said, first up we have Resident Evil 8 Village. Is on sale for $40.19. Doom Eternal Deluxe Edition is $29.69. Friday the 13th game for $3.74. Also Days for $29.99. Resident Evil 7 is $9.99. Deluxe Edition is $11.99. Resident Evil 2 Remake is $15.99. The Walking Dead Complete Walking Dead Telltale game series is $29.99. Resident Evil 8 Deluxe Edition is $49.69. Then you have a special Resident Evil package deal, which combines Resident Evil 3 along with Resident Evil 2 for $31.99. Also, you have Little Nightmares, the deluxe version, for $7.49. Little Nightmares 2 Deluxe Edition for $26.79. Also, you have Code Vein for $14.99. Also, the Code Vein Season Pass is on sale for $12.49. Outcast on sale for $3.99 Until Dawn, which is definitely a love letter to classic slasher film and stuff. It's a Telltale style game for $9.99. Hollow Knight Void Heart Edition is $6.74, though I always highly recommend, of course, Hollow Knight. Resident Evil Remake is $4.99. Blasphemous, $8.74. The Evil Within for $9.99, and The Evil Within 2 for $19.79, which I think is a bit pricey. Killing Floor 2, $7.49. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, $15.99. Resident Evil Code Veronica X, $5.99. Tokyo Ghoul, based on, of course, the anime, $14.99. Resident Evil 0, $4.99, which is criminally underrated Resident Evil game, though it's also one of the hardest Resident Evil games. Also, you have Remnant from the Ashes for $15.99. Doom 3 VR for $9.99. Song of Horror, $27.99. Lost in Random is on sale for $23.99. And if you're a fan of stop motion style animation as well as Tim Burton, you would definitely like the art style for Lost in Random. Also, Moons of Madness, which is heavily influenced by Lovecraft. So if you're a fan of Cthulhu or Lovecraft mythos, you might want to check this game out for $11.99. And the last two, quickly mention After Party, which is a very interesting indie game for $7.99. And then last but not least, Doom 64 is $2.49. And that is it for video game news for October the 25th of 2021. So stay tuned. Next edition will be the beginning of November, which should be interesting. So with that said, also video game news will probably be changing upload days in the near future because days of work are being changed. So just a heads up, probably either Saturday or Sundays in the near future will be when video game news comes out. So just a heads up. With that said, everyone have a good, safe, upcoming Halloween. Hopefully you enjoyed the Resident Evil 2 music in the background, and I'll see you soon enough. Stay safe.